do is what Orunmila left us, the pathway that Orunmila left us. And if you're coming from the Abrahamic faith of Christianity, Odu would be the verses of, or the chapters of the Bible. I think the Bible has 66 books, right? So imagine 16 and then 256 books, right, for you to learn, right? Aboru, aboye, aboshishe. Welcome back to Ifainspires. My name is Ifa Fumilayo Efunade, and I am so happy to be back here with you for another video, for another lesson, for another divine shared space. And as I was getting ready to make this video, I said, you know what? I always greet everyone with aboru, aboye, aboshishe, but what if someone doesn't know what this word means, or what this phrase, or what this saying, or what this gathering of words mean? And so today, I wanted to stop and slow it down a little bit, right? So aboru, aboye, aboshishe, okay? And aboru means may the sacrifice be accepted, right? In Ifa, everyone knows that we make ebo, we make sacrifice, we make offering, right? May the sacrifice be accepted. Aboru. Aboye. May these sacrifice preserve life. We know, or we're coming to know, right? We're studying that when we come from Orun, we come from the heavenly realm, our Ori chooses. It decides what it wants, and it's like, okay, I want this. But if we do not ask for long life, right? That's when Orunmila comes in and intercedes for us in that way. We seek Ifa for protection so that we can have long life, right? Aboru, aboye, aboshishe. May the offerings manifest. May the offerings be accepted. May the offering preserve life. May the offering manifest. Okay, so whatever we're doing, whatever we're asking for, may it manifest. May we see it in this lifetime. So you will hear in the culture, in the tradition, aboru, aboye, aboshishe, agboato. You will hear that coming back, and that is what the priest, the priestess, the babalao, oluo, ewo will respond back to you, and it is the proper way to bless that, to bless. It's a ebb and flow. You know what I'm saying? The language in and of itself is all a prayer, and as you get to know, as you study, as you get to learn, you understand and understand that it is all a prayer. Your words are prayer. Our words have ashe. You know, they are they're bringing forth things. So, you know, the power of life and death is in the tongue, and that's very, very much so true. So be mindful of that, okay? And let's get into the lesson of today. So today's lesson, I came across this in my own personal study. As a new initiate, as a new Ewo, as a new Ianifa, right? How can I become Odu? How can I bring Odu into my life, into my everyday living? Like, know Odu, like know it like the back of my hand, know it like I know myself, you know? And that is important if you are going to do this work. It's important. So Odu, the holy Odu, the sacred Odu is, there are 16 major Odu, and then 256 minor Odu, if you will, right? So major and minor. So when I say minor, I'm saying that from the 16, from the major 16, we then create reciprocals or offspring from those. From the major, offspring are born, right? So if I have Eji ogbe, oyeku meji. Meji means two. Then if I have the first and the second put together, they're no longer a meiji, they're no longer twins. They are the first and the second odu coming together. So that's what I mean by major and minor, okay? When you go seek divination, the oracle, what's coming down for you is the odu. So you will receive advice from the odu. So this odu came down. You hear the word odu, odu, odu a lot, and that is what that is. The holy odu is what Orunmila left us, the pathway that Orunmila left us. And if you're coming from the Abrahamic faith of Christianity, odu would be the verses of, or the chapters of the Bible. I think the Bible has 66 books, right? So imagine 16 and then 256 books, right, for you to learn, right? And so it's an expansion of them, and then from each of the books, each of the odu, they each have their own verses. So as an Awo, as an Ianifa, you must learn 4 to 8 verses so that you can be able to recite them when folks come to you to get divination, right? It's not just one verse fits all, be all. Of course not. That's why it is important to study. That's why it's important to learn before you get yourself out there, because this is really nothing to play with. You really are, you must have integrity when you work with this practice, in any spiritual practice. As a spiritual advisor or leader or student, you must work with integrity. You must work with iwa pele. You must work with, you just must have integrity. I'll leave it at that. So with my studies, I grabbed a piece of paper. If you have a piece of paper, if you do not have a piece of paper, grab yourself a piece of paper. I'm going to show you how you can learn odu. Odu, the first 16. When you learn the first 16, honey, it's a wrap from there. When you learn the first 16, then like I said, they're born, each of them. So the number 1 is going to go with the number 16. The number 1 is going to go with the number 15. The number 1 is going to go with the number 14. The number 1 is going to, and so on and so on. So you will have a match of 1 through 16 for all of them. All of them will have a pair. Okay? It's such a beautiful thing. So we got our piece of paper. We're going to fold it in half. Ooh. Okay, fold it in half. Fold the half in a half. All right, fold it again in half. Okay. Fold it in half again. All right, so that's 4 folds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then when you open it up, it's setting you up for success. We got 4 boxes at the top. So we know it's going to be 4, 8, 12, 16. We know that there are 16 major odu. So we are setting ourselves up for success by folding this like this so we can have access to 16 boxes. So I want you to number your boxes from 1 to 16. If you want to individually draw a box, if that works better for you, go ahead. Individually draw your boxes, no problem.
We're also going to number them. Okay.
All right. Now my box is numbered. I have them individually boxed out just for learning purposes so that we can see. Okay. So the first box represents the first odu. I want you to know that there is a specific order from 1 to 16. But once you get outside of that, once you get into the pairs like I was talking about, there is in order for that as well. Now, far as what you're getting in a divination, it won't be like it's whatever the oracle calls down for you. So like on your first divination, you're not going to get the first Odu, second divination, second Odu. You're going to get what is exactly prescribed for you, what was written for you on that day. Okay. If there are any questions, or if anything that I'm sharing is unclear, make sure you drop it in the chat box, and I'll make sure to make a follow-up video so that this knowledge can be very clear for us. All right. The 16 Odu, 16 major Odu are in order from 1 to 16. So the very first Odu that we have, Ejiogbe. All right. Ejiogbe, Ejiogbe, Ogbe, O-G-B-E, Ogbe. Okay, they have specific markings. We'll deal with that. We'll come to that maybe at another video. But today I'm going to focus on pronunciation, enunciation, spelling, and then the markings. Okay, we'll get to the specific dots and accents at another video. All right. If that's super important to you in this moment, make sure you drop that down in the comment box, and I will try to upload that video sooner rather than later. Okay. So let's go through and mark. Let's go through and find the names of each Odu, and then we'll go through and find the markings. So the very first Odu in the first box, Ejiogbe. Okay, Ejiogbe. The next Odu, so also too, I want you to know that the first Odu is not going to say Ogbe Meiji. It's going to say Ejiogbe, right? It is going to put the twin, the mirrored name of Eiji or Meiji in front. Ejiogbe. You won't hear it said Ogbe Meiji. Okay. Like all of the rest of them. So if you see here, Ejiogbe, Ejiogbe. Okay, and you'll see the very first Odu only written that way. The rest of them will be written with their name, the Odu name first, and then Meiji. Okay, which is showing the significance that it is the same. Okay, when you see that word Eiji or Meiji, you're knowing that what's on the right side is on the left side as well. They're mirrors of each other. Okay, the next Odu, number 2 in your second box, you want to write Oyeku Meiji. Oyeku Meiji. O-Y-E-K-U Meiji. Oyeku Meiji. Okay, that's the second Odu. The third Odu, Iwori Meiji. Iwori Meiji. Iwori Meiji. I-W-O-R-I, Iwori Meiji. Okay. Number 4 in the fourth box, you want to write Odi Meiji. Everyone is going to get Meiji because we're talking about the 16 major Odu. So Odi, O-D-I, Meiji. Odi Meiji. Odi Meiji. Okay. The fifth Odu, Irosun Meiji. Irosun Meiji. I-R-O-S-U-N. Irosun Meiji. I-R-O-S-U-N. Irosun Meiji. Okay. Number 6, Owarin Meiji. O-W-O-R-I-N. Owarin Meiji. Owarin Meiji. Owarin Meiji. Number 6. Okay. Number 7, Obara Meiji. Obara Meiji. O-B-A-R-A, Obara Meiji. Obara Meiji. Number 8, Okanran Meiji. O-K-A-N, Okanran, R-A-N, Meiji. Okanran Meiji. Okanran Meiji. That's number 8. In your 9th box, Ogunda. O-G-U-N-D-A. Ogunda Meiji. Ogunda Meiji. Ogunda Meiji. 10th box, Osa Meiji. O-S-A Meiji. Osa Meiji. Osa Meiji. Number 11, Ika Meiji. Ika Meiji. I-K-A Meiji. Ika Meiji. Ika Meiji. O-T-U-R-U-P. Okay. O-T-U-R-U. O-T-U-R-U-P-U-N. Oturupun Meiji. Okay. That was 12. Number 13, Otura Meiji. O-T-U-R-A Meiji. Otura Meiji. Number 13. Number 14, Irete Meiji. I-R-E-T-E. Irete Meiji. I-R-E-T-E. Meiji. Irete Meiji. Number 15, Ose Meiji. O-S-E Meiji. Ose Meiji. And finally, number 16, Ofun Meiji. O-F-U-N Meiji. Okay? So your paper should look something like this. Plus or minus the boxes actually drawn in, but your paper should look something like this. We're going to have 16 squares, 4 across, 4 down. Okay? And we're going to have them numbered from 1 to 16. And each of them have the Odu, Holy Odu, 16 Holy Odu names in them. Okay, that's where we are so far. Next, we are going to learn how to mark Odu. All right, so make sure you stay tuned because we are going to learn how to mark Odu. Until next time, Odabo.